Guys, here's a video on the tutorial for the mid-air riffle, shuffle and cascade, or bridge. I don't know why people call it cascade, because it should be called a bridge, shouldn't it? Because it's the shape of the bridge. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's a pretty simple move to do. It can take a bit of time, but I'll just show you. It's in mid-air, it's off the ground, and then, oh, that didn't work. Sorry. I always get nervous when I have to do it. Okay, right. Okay, that's what it looks like. It's a bit tough to start off with. There are lots of different ways of doing it. The one I just did is probably the easiest, and that's why the one I always do. Some people do it like this. It may seem the same, but it's a bit different. And it's a bit risky, because the cards may fall out your hands. But either way, it can work. You just want to make sure they don't fall out your hands when you do the other way. I'll show you both ways. Okay? So the first way, the one I said was easier, and it probably is. The way I did it, I'll just take my watch off. You're going to do this kind of riffling motion, sorry. You're just going to riffle off half the cards, what you think is half. Okay, onto your fingers here. So it's now in an L shape. Should be an L, yeah. Okay, it's now in an L shape. And what you're going to do is, you're going to hold it in a biddle grip with the little finger not doing anything, and your finger here. You're going to riffle off half the cards onto these fingers here. Release them, because they should, when you riffle them down, they should be able to do it in one hand. But you're just going to release them now, so that they're much looser. And with these fingers down here, you're just going to push it up into the position so they're both in the same, and your thumb here is going to grip them. And to square them up, you can maybe unbend them a bit so they're more straight. If they're, a bit all over the place, you can, this is what I do, I tap the bottoms. Obviously that just didn't work there. But I tap the bottoms, and if I can, I will just put them on my knees or on a surface. I know it may seem a bit weird just to do it in mid-air if you already have a surface, but, so normally I would do this to square them up. And now you just want to deepen the grip, not too much, which is what I just did there, but from here you want to, you just want to deepen the grip so that the cards are just beyond this crease here in your hand, the top crease of your fingers. Okay? So you just want to deepen the grip a little bit so they're just beyond that crease, and then instead of having your fingers with the fingertips, you're going to have the fingers with the knuckle touching it. Okay? And you just want to bend them a bit. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to bend them more than you normally would. It depends how far apart they are. But if they're close, you want to bend them more than you normally would. And then you just want to do what you did at the beginning, which is just riffle them down. Okay? Now, these fingers here are obviously acting like the surface, so they're deep enough so that the cards won't all fall out your hands. Okay? Now, obviously, naturally, your thumbs are going to touch here so they won't fall out, and your fingers will still be here. You want to bring your index fingers down, so now all four fingers are gripping, and you just want to bend them, okay, with your fingers still there, and then, so they're like about a card's width apart at the bottom, like here, so I can see where my fingers are wiggling. And all you want to do is just release your fingers, and the cascade or bridge, whatever you want to call it, will then happen, okay? So we'll just go back to that position there, okay? So that's what's going to happen. You're going to riffle them down, get in an L shape, release them, push them up into your thumb, square them up, deepen the grip. Now you're here, you're just going to riffle them down. It doesn't matter if it's loose, it doesn't matter if they're not like one after the other. It's still a riffle shuffle. And you just want to bend them down, then release your fingers. As you can see, when you release your fingers, they should come down. Now, this girl, who's about 17, and is a friend of my family, she wants to know how to do this bridging thing. Now, what she did here, and this is what happened, it stopped, because you'll notice there's not enough room, and this bottom card is bending. You just need to release it a little bit if it's not happening, so that when you're bending them, the cards really are only a card width, not width, length apart. I said width, sorry, I meant length. Okay, so you riffle them, square them, dribble them, sorry, riffle them again. And here, this is when you bend them down, I'll just take my blue jokers. When you bend them down, you want them to be about a card length apart, okay? It's hard to do this without them all falling away, but I'll try my best. You want to bend them like this, so that they are literally one card length away. I'm not sure if you can see that way I'm doing it. Okay, so they're a card length away, and then they should all just do that. So the second way, if you understood all what I just said in the first way, this is the first way one more time. Okay, and the thumbs at the top should stay there. If when you're doing this, if they kind of do that at the end, it doesn't really matter. So the second way is basically pretty much the same way as the first, except when you get to here, it's a bit less to do because you're not going to deepen the grip to here. You just want to keep them there. And with this, you don't really want to imagine what's going to happen. You just want to be confident that they won't fall down, okay? Now, notice they're about to fall down, so what you want to do is just deepen the grip again really quickly so they won't fall down. And it's basically the same from there. You just want to cascade them down or bridge them. So I call it a cascade because the tutorials for these videos, it says cascade. Should mean bridge, I think. So you're basically doing, in the second one, you're doing what you would on a surface, except in mid-air. So you just want to imagine there's a surface and you're just going to be confident they won't all fall away. Okay, so let's say you're going from the surface just up a bit and they nearly fall down, but you want to bring your fingers here. You see my index fingers, they come in, and now I'm resting them here, okay? If my fingers are here, they're all going to fall out like so, okay? Which is what you obviously don't want to happen. Now, if you're doing this in a place like in town, which is where I was yesterday, I was with my friends, you really don't want to be doing this in case they do all fall out, because then A, everyone will look at you, think you're really bad at cards because you dropped them all, and B, it'll take you ages to pick them up and your friends will be laughing at you, if you have any friends. No, I'm joking, obviously you have friends. If you end up accidentally doing them so they don't connect, that's alright. Just go back into that other position, let's say a straddle, square them up, and then try again. Okay, so that's basically the tutorial for that. The second way, just again, you don't have to deepen the grip, but just be confident that they won't all fall down. And just bring the fingers in a bit, okay? And then do the bridge. So that's it. Thanks for watching the mid-air riffle shuffle. It's a really useful thing to know how to do if you have no surface and you want to do a riffle shuffle. Obviously you can't do like Zarro shuffles without a surface or anything like that. Or yeah, you know, a Zarro shuffle is basically a false Pharaoh shuffle. Sorry, false riffle shuffle. But sorry, dismiss, 20% battery. But have fun with this. I would suggest doing the first one more because it's much. First of all, it's not much different to the second one. Second of all, they're never going to fall out of your grip. They will never fall out at all. It's not going to happen. So if you really don't want them to fall out, do the first one because it's a bit easier and less likely for things to go wrong. It's not much different for the first one. It just takes a tiny bit more time just to deepen that grip. So hope you enjoyed it. Have fun with that. Use it a lot. I do it whenever I'm just holding cards. I'll just do a riffle shuffle in midair. Mind you, like most things, like a dribble, took me ages to do. This, you know, dribble, this thing. I can't even do a spring yet, but a dribble, that took me ages to learn. Just like that, and the waterfall, just like those things, it's going to take you a lot of time to practice, to get right, to get naturally doing it, naturally be able to feel it. But it's okay, so have fun with that. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.